Oh, here, let me play the...
Time for the music.
Time for the music.
So I'm just sitting here listening because Mars isn't
Yeah.
really there.
We're gonna have to... The DM's gonna figure out how you fit into all... You come into all this.
Okay,
I have an idea.
recap the general situation right now.
We're at a party for the Iron...
Well, let's go back a little farther than that.
Okay.
You guys... you guys successfully... Or not successfully. You had started your hunt for the leader of Iron Solutions. You went to a middleman of sorts, interrogated him, gathered some information, and then threw him down the stairs. After that, you guys went back to your business. No, you took a long rest first. Then you went back to your business. Then, without Mars, you guys went to Kern's business and basically threw it into disarray. You took the deed, impersonated Kern, transferred the ownership of the business to Hugo, and started paying his employees a fair wage. Then Octavian, on his own, went to the hospital to visit Kern, where he promptly intimidated him harshly and convinced him, as far as he knows, to leave the city. After that, you guys returned to your business and decided you needed to figure out a way to track down the actual leader of the Iron Solutions, to which you had in the safe found what appeared to be a magical stone, which, after a few hours, eventually someone was talking through it. You, Octavian impersonating Kern, learned of a business that they wanted intimidated, and then the dead drop location to pass the money off. You successfully... You didn't really intimidate the business. You went in and pretended to, took some of your own money, and used that for the dead drop.
We did. We did use our own money.
You watched a child take the money from the dead drop. You then followed him to the upper crust district, where all the rich people live, and followed him to a party. You gained access by pretending to be a seer, and went inside.
And assistants. Don't forget assistants.
Oh yeah, my assistants.
Yes, your assistants.
Oh boy.
That kid gave that bastard my money.
So what exactly is the story as to why Mars isn't there?
You had to go to church after the slutty bookshop.
Oh. Okay. So I went to go pray.
Yeah. Okay, so we now take back to the party where Octavian has just finished his little
fortune. Yeah.
Fortune for Arthur Sin.
Super fucking on the nose fortune.
The party's going full swing. People are dancing. There's a band playing. People are at the table eating whatever food is brought to them. And Arthur Sin is sitting in his wheelchair at the head of the table.
Can I do an insight check?
Go ahead. What would you like to insight?
Is he actually...
to see if he's actually in the wheelchair legitimately?
Yeah, is he, is he sitting in it so that, no one's going to suspect that the crime boss is in a wheelchair? Or is he, genuinely, needs a wheelchair? Ooh, that's really fucking good. That is a 24.
Watching his movements, first off, you notice he doesn't actually push the wheels on the wheelchair. It goes on its own. Some magic or technology. Mechanical.
Maybe.
But
witchcraft.
You do notice that his legs are fairly atrophied. Looks like he hasn't used them in a very long time. And his whole demeanor reflects that he might be seriously in the wheelchair.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic on the wheelchair.
Okay. It is magical.
Aha.
Detect Magic works for everything in this room.
Oh, God. That's true.
Yeah. You see Octavian glowing heavily.
I'll walk up to one of the servants.
All right.
Hi, yes. Could you set up for the seance?
she goes, a seance? I was not aware that we were having a seance.
Oh yes, we're having a seance. I'm gonna need you to take one of your largest circular tables, move it to like the center of the room, place a good amount of chairs around, maybe about 20 chairs, and a black candle in the center, if you could.
She goes, right away. I don't want to interfere. And she heads off, and you can see her gathering up other, not partygoers, other employees.
Okay.
Now, Mars, you are coming back from a full day of praying at the temple, and you happen to be passing through the Upper Crust District. As you pass through this small little neighborhood, you see a congregation of people gathered outside a house, and you also spot Dante, kind of sitting off to the side by himself.
Oh no. What did he do? I'll approach Dante and ask if Octavian's in there.
He nods and says, yeah, Octavian's inside. He went in with Hugo.
Oh God. Please don't tell me he's trying to mug the rich again.
Dante kind of shrugs and says, they followed a boy here after...
That doesn't sound very good either. Please don't tell me he's lost his mind that much, and that Hugo's just enabling it.
He basically explains what's going on with Iron Solutions, the dead drop. He spills it all out to you.
Okay.
He casts exposition.
He casts exposition, yes.
I don't know what... I don't know if Mars would be able to convince his way to get in there.
You can certainly try.
What would have... He's in priest garb.
But what would I say? I'm here to bless the party?
I'm here to bless the water.
Yeah.
I'm here to turn the water into wine.
What is what kind of cleric is Mars again?
Oh, he's a grave cleric.
So what does that entail exactly?
They hunt undead.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's a good death cleric.
Oh.
Where like death clerics make undead things, grave clerics are like they worship death, but like the aspect of death and keeping things dead and not raised from the grave. Yeah, they hunt undead.
That is a good excuse for Mars.
In other words, Mars and Octavian's relationship is very complicated. At the
Yeah.
moment. But yeah, I don't think there's any way that Mars could like convince his way in unless somebody inside needed a priest.
Oh. Oh, well, there's about to be a seance. It's about to be a seance. So maybe if my seance goes wrong, which it will, I can, they might need you.
Can Octavian actually perform a seance?
Of course I can.
Okay, I guess I'm just waiting outside for now.
All right.
I'm on standby.
Yeah.
All right. So, back into the party. It starts to wind down as the table has been brought. The large circular table is ushered out. A lot of chairs are put around it. You see Arthurson kind of scratching his chin, just watching with a smile on his face as some of the more well-dressed people are gathering at the table. After a few minutes, one of the servants approaches you, Octavian, and says, well, if you're ready, the table is set.
All right. I'll sit at the table and wait for other people to sit with me.
All right. The table becomes full quite quickly, and around the table, more people who cannot stand.
I'll say, if we could dim the lights.
You see Arthur kind of wave his hand, and the servants start dousing candles, turning the chandelier not off, it's candles. So they just basically they douse the candles and leave some lit, so it adds an ambient light.
All right. Okay. I will say, all right, everyone, please, join hands.
All right. You watch as they all interlock hands around the table.
I'll say, oh, spirits. Spirits of the night, spirits of the damned, I beseech thee, I call upon thee. Show yourselves, make your presence known. My acquaintances would like to see you. Prove that you exist. I will I'll begin like waving. I'll let go of their hands, and I will begin using minor illusion to. I'm gonna make a big show of it. I'm gonna use minor illusion to make a like a sigil appear, like an arcane circle appear in the center of the table.
All right.
Underneath the candle.
Are you doing any sleight of hand, or are you just gonna outwardly cast a spell?
I have my hands out like I'm physically I am casting a spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you throw your hands up and you watch as the arcane sigil appears. You see people start to, they don't gasp, they're used to magic.
Mm-hmm.
But they do kind of like, oh, like impressed.
I'm gonna make it look like some ghosts. Like little tiny ghosts are kind of floofing out of the circle, like woo.
All right.
Can I snuff out a candle with? I cannot. I cannot snuff out a candle. Wait, I can. I can snuff out a candle with prestidigitation. Great. As I'm doing the spell, I will tell the individuals. I will then grab the hands of the two people next to me. As I will say, it seems we've made contact. Whatever you do, don't let go of each other's hands. We cannot break the circle, lest the dark forces and allow entry into this plane of existence. I will use prestidigitation I will begin like whirling my head around and using prestidigitation to turn the candle light green.
All right.
Yeah. And I said, "Oh, it seems we've made contact." And then I will, because I have mimicry, I'll start to like convulse and shake in place and kind of like go limp, and then I'll use mimicry to make my voice. Hello. It is I, Turgarfa, the Dark One. I have come. You have contacted me. I now walk upon the mortal world. I use this body as a way to contact you all.
All right. Make a deception check with advantage.
I got a natural 20. So that's a 30.
All right.
It's a 30.
You see some of the people they're still holding hands, but they're like pulled back in their seats. Some people gasp audibly.